United States Ambassador David Reimer disclosed their commitment to assist the Ministry of Youth Affairs in an interview after a lengthy private meeting with the Minister of Youth Affairs and core staff of the ministry.
That's a very good question, and that's exactly what we talked about in the meeting that we just had. We talked about different strategies that the youth ministry is pursuing in order to combat youth unemployment and violence among youth. And we were talking about ways that the United States and the ministry can work together in the future. So we have a couple of ideas. I've written some things down. I'll go back and talk to my people and see what we can do.
Mohamed Oman Bangura, Minister of Youth Affairs, underscored that the proposed commitment of the United States Ambassador will be instrumental in addressing the endemic challenges of youth in the country.
It's a clarion call made by the ambassador himself to visit the Ministry of Youth Affairs and as a moral grant of young people to see what are the interventions they need to make as a government, and what are the interventions that we are currently doing, and what are the areas that we need to step up as a government, especially the areas that has to do with young people, and what are the things we are doing now that will support and just their general commitment as a nation.
He concluded by reiterating their commitment to transform the youth bulge, that they'll be viewed as an advantage to the nation rather than liabilities.
It will help a lot, and you know very well there's a whole agency here in Sierra Leone, USAID, that is in charge of most of the US interventions, and I want to see how most of the interventions made to be tailored towards the most vulnerable. When you talk about the most vulnerable, it happens to be young people, I mean especially the female youth. Let's see how we can create an enabling environment for them. Because one thing I'll take them through has to do with the TRC report that made mention of a lot of minors being involved in the war, and today these are the people we are talking about as youth. You have 10, 20 years down the line, you have young people at the age of 8, 9, 10, 11, and at 20 years to 10, it gives you 30, 31, 32, and these are the young people we are talking about today. And I reiterate to him that the intervention made by the UN at that time, they disarmed young people physically, those young people were never disarmed mentally. And what are the interventions, what are the mindsets of young people, and what are the challenges we are facing? I mean, it's clear because one thing I told him about, it's their support and their commitment in the fight against corruption, and because we know very well when we take corruption very serious, when we fight corruption, we'll be the greatest beneficiaries.
David Reimer was appointed as United States Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to the Republic of Sierra Leone on January 19, 2021. For Star News, I am Moses Ojukamara.